हेलो ऋतुजा, हेलो। हेलो ऋतुजा। ऋतुजा, हेलो। हेलो ऋतुजा, हेलो। हेलो ऋतुजा। मैं मोबाइल से कनेक्ट करो, मोबाइल से। मैं कनेक्ट कर लिया है, आप ऋतुजा को बोलो कनेक्ट करने के पहले। हेलो ऋतुजा।
Are you able to hear me, Padma? I mean, say Lambodar?
Audible. Tell Rituja to start.
Am I clearly audible?
Yeah, clearly audible, ma'am.
Okay, Rituja will connect from me.
Okay, give it to her.
Okay, just allow all the participants then.
Okay.
Make me co-host and allow all.
Okay. Rituja, sit, please. Ma'am.
Wait. Patience is virtue. Rituja Roy, no, correct now? Yes. Change. Okay. Allow.
Rituja, are you ready?
Yes.
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, admit you all, okay?
This one.
Yeah, Rituja, you can start.
Hello, a very good evening to everyone joining today's webinar and a warm welcome. So we are expecting few more people to join us. So meanwhile, we can take a quick virtual tour of how life looks at IIHMR Bangalore. Lambodar sir, you can play the video. Again, a very warm welcome to everyone attending this webinar. I am Rituja Roy, student of IIHMR Bangalore, batch 2224, and your moderator for this session. It is rightly said, dreams don't work until you take actions. Here at IIHMR Bangalore, we are provided the guidance to take actions in the right field in the journey of fulfilling our dreams. IIHMRB focuses on the extensive development of every individual as a person and as a healthcare professional. IIHMR Bangalore provides us with the best industry opportunity to ensure every student begins their journey getting rewarded for their talent as well as constantly growing through times to become an eminent part of this industry. Before we proceed with this session, I would like to give you all a brief introduction of IIHMR Bangalore. IIHMR, or Institute of Health Management Research Bangalore, was established in the year 2004 and has set up itself since then as a unique research, education, and training organization. IIHMR Bangalore received MBA equivalency by the Association of Indian Universities and is also accredited by the National Board of Accreditation. In the year 2017, IIHMR Bangalore introduced a new specialization, Healthcare Information Technology Management, and later in the year 2020, a new specialization called as Pharmaceutical Management. Also, in the same year, the batch size increased to 120. Lambodha, sir, next slide. IIHMR functions in 4 key verticals, namely academics, research and publications, training, which we also call learning and development, and consultancy. Next slide. IIHMR has received several awards and recognitions. To name them few, IIHMR has been ranked as the top hospital management college by Higher Education Review magazine in 2017 and 2018. IIHMR has also received a National Award for Excellence in Education in the category Educational Institute with the Best Academic and Industry Interface by World Education Congress, Mumbai in the year 2020. Not only this, IIHMR has also been rewarded as the Best B School ranked 10 in 2022 in Bangalore and the Outlook's Best B School ranked 7th in Bangalore in the same year. Besides that, IIHMR has been awarded as the Best Business School in India for 2021 by the Knowledge Review magazine. Our accreditations and empanelments include our IIHMR Bangalore its PGDHM program has been accredited by All India Council for Technical Education and NBA. Our program, as I said, has been awarded MBA equivalency by the Association of Indian Universities, and we are also registered under the National Institutional Ranking Framework, NIRF. IIHMR Bangalore has been impaneled with various national level and state level programs, like we are the Keys Resource Center for Training at Jal Jeevan Mission, and we also undertake monitoring and evaluation projects under the Karnataka Evaluation Authority. We are also the health system strengthening partner for under NHSRC, faculty assessment of healthcare entities under the National Health Authority, and are also accredited as consultancy organization for NABH. So let's begin our today's session, Success Spring Carrero. Students are the torchbearers of any institution's legacy, glorifying this institution by giving out their best in the corporate world and inspiring young minds to join the legacy. Today, we have 2 proud students of IIHMR Bangalore who have bagged placements at one of the most renowned corporate hospitals, KIMS Hyderabad, through their perseverance and constant guidance and support from our faculty. So to quickly begin today's session, I would like to invite our first speaker for the day. Harika has completed her graduation in BSc Nursing from Apollo College of Nursing, Hyderabad, PGDHM in Hospital and Health Management from IIHMR Bangalore with a specialization in hospital management, is currently placed at KIMS Hospitals, Hyderabad. She completed her observership at Kaveri Hospitals, Bangalore, and her internship at Omni Hospitals, Hyderabad. Her research paper, Optimization of COVID-19 and its Economic Benefits in India, was selected at ISPOR International Conference. Can we have you on, ma'am, please? Hello.
Am I audible?
Yeah, you're audible. Hello, how are you?
I'm fine. Thank you for the wonderful introduction.
Okay, congratulations on your placements.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
So to quickly begin with, I have few questions to ask you.
Yeah, sure.
And the very first question, like a lot of people might have asked you the same. When did you decide to take a PGDM in, hospital and health management after doing your graduation in nursing?
Initially, I think everybody will have a passion. Like apart from their particular field, everybody would like to come out of their comfort zone, right? So that
Yeah.
is where I thought of coming out and exploring the industry actually. So that is where I thought of getting into a healthcare management perspective where I had the clinical knowledge, but I just want to thoroughly experience how does it feel and how is it exactly in detail actually. So that is where it brought me into IIHMR where I could learn up to the maximum. I am something like always in the back end, but see today I am literally talking in front of you. That is what IIHMR has transformed me literally.
Correct. Okay, so what are the scope and opportunities after doing PGDM?
Yeah, well, it defines. So it completely depends on your interest and the focus which you have. So it depends actually. So if you wanted to go to the IT sector, there is separate specialization for it. So supply chain, pharma. So it is not mandatory that only doctors or nurses can, they can grow in the sector. But there are various, specialized people who are there in our college. But then it completely depends how you focus and how do you upskill yourself. And there are so many positions or career aspects which you can get after joining IHMR and after completing the course. You might become a lead manager, you might go for the projects, or you might go for public health where you can serve for an NGO. You can go for an IT companies like Deloitte, Tech Mahindra. These are the top companies where they are recruiting. So you can see yourself as a business analyst, you can see yourself as an executive trainee, which currently I am doing, and it's vast. So there are so many positions after this course, irrespective of your background. And initially, even I had this stigma that I come from a nursing background. Usually they take doctors and all, but that's a myth. So if you have skills, if you are good in your communication, then I think definitely you can crack any of the sector which you would like to go.
Okay, so I wanted to know like how the college helped you in your placement preparations.
Yes, exactly. So I think any college, so there will never be a spoon feeding technique in any of the universities, especially in a post graduation. So in
Program.
undergraduation, mostly you will be having certain tips which are given by your mentors, but usually in post graduation there is a myth saying that you have to do it by yourself, right? They give you a task, do it by yourself and submit it on time. But here it's not something like that. Right from the beginning till the ending, if you have any doubt at any point of time, literally it's not something that only your mentor has to answer you, any of the mentor. So you can literally ask any of the faculty, they will help you. And regarding placements, there are certain activities which are followed in our college. It's something like aptitude. Many of the healthcare IT companies ask for aptitude, where their minimum eligibilities you need to crack it. So usually in other colleges you need to prepare for your aptitude on your own, but here, irrespective of your college fees also, they provide on their own risk. So college is providing you aptitude, group discussion, which is important for all the hospital people who want to join in hospital, where they will engage you with all the experts. They hire experts and experts will be coming to the college and they will teach you how to attend a group discussion and how to talk, how quick should you answer them. And personal interviews, I think many of you might be freshers, so you might not be exposed to personal interviews and all. So you have this mock sessions of personal interview where you know what are your strengths, what are your weakness, and how do you answer them. If you have experience, how do you answer to the interviewer? So there are many things which literally they teach you, and I followed all these steps, and that is where I could crack my placement.
Okay. So as we proceed through the session, I would request the audience to please post your questions so we can take up your questions now, or we can have a separate question answers round at the end of the session. So now that Harika, you are placed at KIMS Hospital, I want to know how the learnings at IHMR help you in taking up real time challenges that you face at the hospital.
Yes, this is one of the finest thing which helped me. I did my post-graduation diploma in hospital management. Like we have 4 specializations in our college: hospital, health, pharma, and IT. So in that, I've chosen hospital. Hospital is something you can go to any sector. It's not something like you do hospital and you get job in hospital. You do hospital management, you get into IT, you can get into pharma. It's
Yeah.
all about learning. So
Yeah.
we had certain subjects where it was practically like we get to know the case studies. Those usually you have a case study, you have a scenario, and you learn, you solve it, finish. But here it's not something like that. We are given certain case studies and all, and we have to think that we are going to do it. And faculty will give us certain assignments where you have to develop it on yourself, then only you start learning. So that is where we were learning everything, and quite around 70 to 80% which I've learned in the college, it is helping me in this sector which I've joined in KIMS Hospital. So learning there regarding hospital planning, hospital administration, or anything which I've learned in college, that literally helped me in during my working time. So that is the biggest asset as of now.
Yeah, I feel that we get a lot of industry exposure in the college itself so that we can take up real-time challenges without any hassle.
Exactly. We also had observerships and internships where they provide us for 2 months, 15 days, and most of the exposure is given over there where they leave you. You learn, you explore, just bring up your skills. It's not something like the college will give you an opportunity. It's just how you utilize it and upgrade your skills.
Correct. So how did the personal mentoring provided by HMR helped you?
Sorry?
How did the personal mentoring, like we have assigned mentors, so how did it help you?
Yes, initially, when I came to this college, I was like, okay, health, hospital management is a huge sector where I wanted to be. I wanted to lead something, but eventually I had this confusion of joining to IT or hospital. So where my mentor gave me a clear idea where I wanted to stand. It's something based on your strength and weakness. That is what my mentor has put me up to an extent. And I was such a person that I don't know how to do a research. I didn't knew how to do, but then my mentor guided me how to do it. And he just guided me in such a way that my research poster presentation was selected for Global Health ISPOR, which was in US. So I could get selected for that event, and that was literally a proud moment for me.
Yeah.
Without my mentor's guidance, I would haven't got that. And eventually I did my healthcare analytics course under the support of my mentor. So he guided me to get a free scholarship in USA. So my mentor is the best. So it's not about only my mentor. If I literally have any doubt, if in the absence of my mentor, if I go to any other mentor, definitely everybody are, literally very forward to help us.
Yeah, the faculty that we have at IIHMR Bangalore is very, very supportive.
Yes.
So what's the one thing you would like to tell students wanting to build their career in healthcare industry?
Yes. So I think most of you who have joined here want to do something more apart from their regular work. It might be a dentistry, pharmacy, or nursing, doctor. Irrespective of their field, they want to grow. So that growth you can see in IHMR Bangalore. And eventually, it's not only about career when you want to grow yourself. So eventually, I was a person where I couldn't even talk. So am I audible? Okay, so I was such a person that I couldn't talk. So it literally upskilled me how to talk in front of a mass and how to learn things. And it's not something like you are restricted to one particular zone, and IHMR gives you so much of freedom. And the best thing is the faculty, whenever you go, whomever you approach, I think they give you the best advice. And you have various opportunities after you do PGDM. So IHMR will give you opportunities. Everything completely solely depends on how you utilize it, how you enhance your skills, and how you apply it. It's not something like you're learning. It's also important that how you apply it in your further thing. You learn so many things, and if you're not able to apply it in your career, then I think it doesn't show any difference. So it is very important for you to whatever you're learning, I think that should be practically applicable. Yeah.
So, thank you so much. Thank you for answering my questions and for your valuable time. Thank you so much. So let me introduce you all to the second speaker of the day. So second slide. Dr. Upasana Bajpayee. She has graduated with a Bachelor of Dental Surgery from People's College of Dental Sciences, Bhopal. She has done her PGDM, of course, in Hospital and Health Management from IIHMR Bangalore with a specialization in hospital management, is also currently placed at KIMS Hospitals, Hyderabad. Upasana completed her observership at Gastrocare Hospital, Bhopal, and her internship at Apollo Hospital's Bannerghatta Unit, Bangalore. She has also been awarded third prize at SEAA Case History Competition. So can we have you on, ma'am, please? Hello.
Hi,
Hello, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
Congratulations for your placements. I am doing well. Congratulations for your placements.
Thank you so much.
So quickly begin with same question for you. When did you decide to take up PGDM after your dentistry?
Okay, so after completing my dentistry, I was working in a clinic where it was a four chair clinic, smaller clinic, very small scale. But I learned how I was mainly involved in managing the clinic, managing the patients and doctors, which made me very interested in the management aspect of healthcare per se. And I was interested to know about the subject, so I started researching. We know that hospital is something very different from dentistry. We don't really get much exposure in hospital when we come from dentistry or pharma or any background per se. So that made me interested and to realize what is in the hospital, how it works and how it functions. And I researched a little bit about the course and I landed up here.
Okay. So I want to know, how did you come to know about IHMR?
Okay, so well, some of my peers were ex-students of IHMR. I took their guidance. Also, IHMR is a big name. We all know about the universities, all the three campuses. So I Googled it, learned about the courses, how is it taught, and what are the different aspects of it. And I somehow I also talked to the admission department, and with their guidance, I found out about IHMR.
Okay. So how was your learning experience at IHMR?
Pretty interesting, actually. I was not really a good speaker, but being in IHMR, we deal with a lot of subjects and we get a lot of activities, a lot of presentations, we get group works, we get group discussions, everything that we are being part of. It is very helpful just in a overall development of a person, because when the placements were about to start, and there were talks about group discussions. You'll be facing group discussions, you'll be facing personal interviews. Honestly, I was a little scared because we don't really get that kind of exposure when coming from clinical side.
Yeah, correct.
So the college really helped us in building onto that and grooming us as a person, basically, to face such interviews and group discussions. Because when the spotlight is at you, it could be a little difficult to talk. So to make that possible, I think that was the best thing about IHMR. And other subjects that we study, the industry knowledge that we get every day, we learn something new. So many different aspects of there are there related to all the four fields: IT, pharma, hospital, and health, that no, we didn't even knew about. Like I didn't knew about these aspects of hospital, which I learned from the college and the teacher.
Yeah, you can say that every day is a new learning at IIHMR. So I want to know, like, what are the skills that you learned after joining this course? Like, you had your clinical side and everything; it was entirely different. But what did you learn when you came here? What are the skills that you built up?
Okay, so as you said, coming from a clinical side, we always focus on what we are doing to the patient, but the overall experience for a patient is what makes it a clinic or a hospital. That was what I realized here. There are many aspects of working in a hospital at back end, which doesn't deal with a patient, which is also very important. So to analyze those things, I learned from here. Then to put myself forward, to be able to speak, communication skills, all these skills is that I developed in IHMR. The main thing I think is that we always say if you're going to an industry, get industry knowledge. But what is the industry? How do we get the industry knowledge? What is important for us and what is not is what I learned at IHMR. Like how to move forward. It's not like just one step. You have to plan a whole career from here. So to how to go about it, how to approach is that what I learned.
Okay, so since you did your observership and internship, which was provided by HMR Bangalore, so how did it help in since now that you are working, does it all those experience help you now?
Actually, a lot. They helped a lot. We don't know, as I said, by coming from clinical side back end, we don't know what is happening at the hospital at the back end. What are the different departments? When I first went to observership, we were shown so many different departments, so many back end stuff that we didn't even knew existed in a hospital because we don't really concern about that when it comes to back end, just like supply chain, medical
Supply chain.
records, medical legal issues, legal department, all these things we have no idea how that works.
Yeah, that is
But
entirely different ballgame.
definitely. And in internship, like I worked in quality department. So from that department, I learned how important is documentation, how much should documentation work, what are the different aspects that could be provided. So all in all, whatever, like the hospital is divided into so many fragments and so many levels are there for patient care that I didn't knew. And I realized after going to observership and internship, it made my interest in hospital very much, it piqued my interest in hospital basically to understand more, and hence I landed up at KIMS.
Okay, so as we know that there is a lot of digitalization happening across the healthcare industry. So I want to know how did IHMR help you in knowing those or adapting to those digitalization things?
And so that is actually true. Digitalization is something that we hear now all the time, and we don't know much about it. Like I didn't know much about it. We just hear the word digitalization and that's it. What is it? How does it work? What are the different aspects of digitalization? How does it impact healthcare that we have now and in future? Is what we are supposed to be looking at. So I think what are the different aspects of digitalization is what we learn from all the courses. And when we talk about digitalization, what in different parts, like is it related to patient, is it related to patient support, is it related to customer support, what n number of things, find those out and then to segregate them and to pique your interest in whichever domain you want is something which I think has inculcated my interest. Basically, moving forward, we always say digitalization is the future, but what to look at and how to look at is what we should be, what I learned from my experience.
Yeah. Okay. So guys, you can keep on posting your questions. I can see one question here. Charu is asking, any one of you, Harika, also you can like unmute yourself and answer. What are the roles we are given at job after hospital management? Any one
Okay,
of you
so
can answer.
yeah, I'll answer.
Yeah,
Okay.
sure.
So basically, in a hospital, as I said, there are many aspects of it and many different levels of it. There's a quality department, there's a operations department which deals from day-to-day operations. There is supply chain department, there's human resources, patient excellence, service excellence, and then hospital corporate is altogether a different thing. So it depends on your interest. They will come up with different roles. It depends on your interest, and it also depends on which domain they think you are good at, because every domain requires a certain qualification or a certain attributes from you as a person when it comes to different aspects. You can dive into any of those, and all of them are very, very interesting. That's what I think.
Okay. And I want to there is one question that is coming. Aradhana is asking, which specialization would be preferable? Is there any major difference between health and hospital management?
Yes, this is a common question which everybody will have. Which specialization?
Specialization.
So initially when I came, even I was having a confusion between health and IT, because hospital, huge sector, IT, a booming sector. So initially, whoever it is, my answer to this question is, you should be clear where you want to stand. So if you want to go for public health is something you have all the non-governmental organizations where you work for. You have certain basic projects, and you the roles which you get for public health is you might get for an analyst, or you might be a project lead, project assistant, project manager, or a project manager. Ultimately depends on your caliber. And coming to hospital, you might be at the same time in hospital also you might be a business actually. So if it is in the scenario of hospital, you have various departments. So health management is the other name for health management is public health. So you will be dealing all the natural things, as the burden of diseases will never decrease in our country. So that is also a booming sector. So usually people don't join public health, but erasing the myth of public health is an IIHMR, where you can grow up to the maximum in public health, provides wide range of opportunities, right from they have field visits and they conduct campaigns, and that is where you get the exposure of public health. And coming to hospital also you get exposure of industry, right from observership and summer training programs, which is held during your first year. So at the end, where you want to stand, be clear with it and know your strengths and weakness. If you find your strength is in hospital and all, just go with the hospital sector. If you find that hospital is little weak and you can grow yourself in public health, then you can just opt with the public health. And still, if you have doubts regarding this public health and hospital, I think every individual in the class will be having a mentor whom you can approach, and they will give you a clear idea where you are and where you want it to be. So that's one of the biggest thing you can approach. Rituja, are you there?
Hospital management.
Hi. I think there is some internet glitch here happening, Harika and Dr. Upasana and all the participants. So request you to be online for a few minutes, maybe 2-3 minutes. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. Sure, ma'am. No issues.
Okay, sure.
Okay, so Harika, you can continue speaking.
Yeah, I'm Joyce. I'm taking care of the admissions and placement, department over here. So I want to take up this question by Olivia Mukherjee. What is the average package after completing the hospital management? So Miss Olivia and all the participants, we have highest package as 24 lakhs, average package 6.5 to 7 lakhs. And least package starts around 4 lakhs onwards for Harika and Upasana's batch also, right? Yeah. So, and second thing, as Harika and Upasana said, we provide all kind of support, like for placement, whatever support required, whether it is group discussion, personal interview, mock interviews. We also schedule aptitude classes. And as somebody asked me, app. So once you start your activity, placement activity, we will suggest which apps to use for the practice. So we provide all the necessary support. And again, it depends on the student, how well you take up these preparation classes and perform during the interviews. So we have n number of organizations coming for the placement. So support is given, we are the facilitators, we get the organizations, but at the end, again, it depends how well you perform and crack the interview. So till now, we have 100% placement, and based on our record, we could say that we are looking for the better placements in the years to come. Yeah, I think Rituja is back.
Yeah, I'm back, ma'am.
Yeah, Rituja, I was taking up the question regarding placement.
Yeah. And to add to your point, ma'am, also like I'm in my first year and we have our soft skills training and everything starting from the first year itself. So we at IIHMR, like IIHMR provides every sort of placement training to enable, to make us ready for the placements. So you need not worry about that.
Yes.
So another question that I can see is by Sushmita. My question is, if I go for healthcare IT, can you please tell me, except hospital, in which sector we can apply for job? Any one of you can answer.
Yes. So if you go to hospital or if you go to health IT, there are various organizations like Deloitte, Tech Mahindra, Care Expert, Napier. So there are various organizations where you can get clicked. So everything depends completely on how you grasp the knowledge which college is providing and the skills which you learn, and make sure you implement those skills when you're giving your interviews and all. And at the end, there are various organizations which IHMR is tied up with. So it brings lots of opportunities where you can utilize them up to the maximum.
Yeah, exactly. And you can join consultancies also.
Yes. So you have various scope. So it's not something like you go only for the hospital sector. Apart from the hospital, you can go for public health. As I've told before, when it comes to IT, you can go for the analyst positions, and there are various roles which the companies offer, as well as marketing. And people who are interested in hospital marketing, I think IHMR has big experts who deal with marketing, and we have very fine experts who deal with marketing. And people who don't know anything about marketing can learn more than half. I say more than half you can learn from this college. So
From
that is
the
what
classes and the activities that are being done.
exactly. So initially you'll get up sessions like, you just imagine you are a person, you want to be an entrepreneur where you wanted to start up organization. It might be a hospital or any sector. So IHMR has taught us in such a way that now I have an idea. If I wanted to build a hospital, what should I look for? What should I do? Whom to approach? And what strategies can I make? So this is one of the sector from other than hospital. And you can also go for some consulting firms like PwC, where you might, you'll get a good positions. And there are few companies which are offering internships where IHMR will never say no for any sort of internships. So there are various sectors. If you wanted to join other than hospital, I think you might be fed up with hospital. So apart from hospital, there are many sectors where you can join in IHMR.
Yes, actually, there is a plethora of opportunities, and IIHMR Bangalore teaches everything from scratch. Another question by Tamalika Biswas. She's asking, can I go for healthcare IT though I'm from nursing background?
Yes, exactly. Even I come from a nursing background, and you can switch to IT and you get various opportunities irrespective of your background. So, no, because nurses, doctors, not only nurses, doctors, there are various backgrounds whom they are prioritizing. So, it doesn't matter from which background you are coming. So, ultimately, you choose IT, you choose hospital. Ultimately, it's something you learn and execute it. So, as a nurse, as a nursing student, you can definitely go for health IT. There is a lot of scope, and I've seen my batchmates who are currently working on data analytics and other higher positions in hospitals as well as other IT companies. So you are good to go with IT irrespective of any background.
Yeah, and in the first year, we have all the subjects we have all the subjects wherein you will be learning everything from scratch, be it human resources, finance, public health subjects, everything is there. So need not worry about that. And another question is how to study for subjects like finance when you don't have background for such a subject.
Okay, so finance is scary. I agree. It can be very scary. So don't worry. We don't have to deal in like very much detail of finance. It's just like something the faculty, they teach us very nicely, and they teach us basics of what you need to understand. Like if there is a financial statement in front of you, you should know how to read it, and it can be done. It is not that difficult, and it is not that it's like intermediate. You can easily do it. Coming from clinical, I stopped maths in like 10th, but still we can crack finance. Not deeper knowledge, but only like basic. You can study. You can understand it, just a little bit of extra effort, but you can understand it. It's not that difficult. And again, we have a lot of assignments that are we been given, which are, and we have a lot of help. So easily, slowly, we can grab onto subjects. It's slowly we will go into the subject coming from first year. It's not like first year only you will be dumping many subjects altogether. Slowly, easily we'll increase the level, and thereon you can carry on.
Yeah, there are basic courses, and that's how we build up. So another question by Dikshit Sharma is, I think he's trying to ask, is PGDM a good option for paramedical student? I think definitely.
Definitely. Yeah, definitely. As Harika said, anybody from healthcare, paramedical, any background, if it is related to healthcare or even not even remotely related to healthcare, but if you're interested in hospital, health IT as a subject, pharmacology as a subject, and of course public health, you can definitely go for a course. It's not a difficult thing at all.
The whole PGDM course is, designed in a way that it teaches you everything. So you're not
Agree.
dumped into, as Upasana said, that you're
Yeah.
not dumped into something which you won't be knowing. So it's like slow build up.
Definitely. And in first year, we all have combined subjects, and everything is
Yeah.
like equal for everyone. Specialization is one thing you
Mhm.
have to worry when in
You're
second
in
year. So
second year.
here then you learn everything. So
First
that's
year, like you have enough time to decide which specialization you want to take, depending on your inclination towards specialization. And it is in the
definitely.
second year. So in the first year, we have all the basic subjects. Another question by Janvi Singh is, other than hospital and health, is it worth going with pharmaceutical management? Any one of you can answer.
Yes, definitely. Anything related to health is a booming. So, where COVID has brought up into a light that, apart from hospitals, hospital is never ending thing, but then where pharmacological management came into the sector where uh, they were given much importance, where companies like Mylan, 3M, these kind of companies are also coming. So irrespective of your background, even if you have the desire that you can learn something and do something in your life when you are dedicated for that particular subject, then it's no point that irrespective of your background, you can join for pharmacological management.
It all depends on how you perform, how hardworking you are, and the college is always ready to, give you the best opportunities available in the industry. And the last question that we'll be taking up for the session is, what is the difference between PGDM and MBA?
Yeah, Rituja, it is answered over
Yeah.
there. So maybe you can read
Okay.
the answer once.
Okay. The answer, like the postgraduate program at IIHMR Bangalore has been evaluated, as I also mentioned, by the Association of Indian Universities and accorded MBA equivalency. So there's no difference between PGM and master's program. Okay, so that's all. Thank you everyone for joining. Thank you. I hope our speakers have cleared your most of the doubts. Thank you, Pasanadi and Harikadi, for taking out time from your busy schedule and joining this webinar. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you.
Have a great day ahead.
Thank you for having us. Thank you.
Thank you so much.